You know the vibes. What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? This is Nikki and welcome to Content Corner Live. Alright. My regular camera isn't working, so we're here now. Listen, just hit like off top, please and thank you. Hit like so the algorithm can be like, cool, Nikki's live, we're here now. Shout out to those who are becoming channel members. I see you, Danny, off top. He said, I'm not playing. I'm gonna support this channel. So today we're going to be talking about ChatGPT and how I lost all my conversations in a matter of seconds. And what feature to avoid at this moment, right? We are going to talk about iOS 26. We're going to be reacting to certain things. We're going to do what we do on Content Corner Live. But first and foremost, 1 to 10, how are we feeling? Shout out to everybody who's in the chat. Sorry to hear that. Listen, we're going to talk about the whole story. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. Marshall, you are definitely on time. So if you are new, please share this with at least one person. Okay? Share this with at least one person. That's all I ask. And hit the like. I ain't gonna ask for nothing else. You always start this when I'm cooking dinner. I apologize, right? So let's start off with a quick poll. I'm already going to start it off with a quick poll. Who, and be honest with me, who has a lot of information inside of ChatGPT, right? Not sensitive. I'm not going to go OD. But who has a lot? Not me. Hold on. I'm putting the poll up. That if it was to go away, you'd be a little bit nervous. All right? If it went away, you'd be a little bit nervous. You'd be like, yo, what is happening? No, wait. Me and you had connections. We talked a lot. You know certain things on how to break certain things down that I didn't document. So today, we're going to talk about this issue. We're going to talk about having a backup, okay? Because this is a time we definitely have to have a backup. This made me look at me like, ooh, all right. Like I have 10 critical chats. It's facts. So I was just thinking about like 2 that I was like, yo, we just did a full blown breakdown. Yo. So let's start with some, and then I saw ChatGPT announce something, or OpenAI announce something, and I want to see what that is. I'm not that nervous about it. I move a lot of good stuff to know. We're going to talk about that because we're going to talk about that. Yes, we are. So let's start with our lovely day with a Content Corner Livey. So we all know this lovely screen. This is inside of ChatGPT, right? Now, as I press plus, right, I see this thing called use connectors, right? And it has all of these Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Contacts, then connect more, right? And so we'll get to this one. So off top, ChatGPT allows you to connect with things like this. Now, what I've realized with connectors, they could read it. They can't write anything into it. Okay. They can't write anything into it, but they could read your emails, they could read your calendars, Notion, all of that. Cool. So I was messing with the Notion one, right? And I realized that I was like, yo, can you make a Notion page? And it said, nah, we can't make it, but we can read everything that you've said. We can go and we can analyze everything that you've done. Okay. So then I started looking it up, and they have this advanced setting, developer mode, where you can now have Zapier or Zapier, however you want to pronounce it, and it connects all of the stuff from your Zapier into ChatGPT. So I was like, yo, bet I could put Notion into it, right? And I can then have the conversations with ChatGPT, and it could write it right into Notion. Now, another AI that does this very well is Claude. This is where I got introduced to the idea, but I use ChatGPT more. So I was like, yo, this would be great if it does that. Now, let me see if I could find, I think I deleted it. Let me see if I could find, hold on. And you can see that some of it already says like memory summary. Yep. Okay, that was an introduction. Hold on. I'm trying to find. Okay, cool. So I turned this on, right? So if you don't know where to go for that, you go into settings and you go into connectors, right? And you can do all of this. Now, another thing that I have on is memory. So for anybody who's like, how does ChatGPT remember some of my stuff? You always got to make sure, one, the reference save memories. This lets ChatGPT save and use memories when responding. Boom. Reference chat history. Let ChatGPT reference all your previous conversations when responding. So make sure you check these and turn them on, right? Now, you can clearly see I've been using ChatGPT a minute. So my joint is like 99% full, okay? So type in me if you have these features on, or if you're going to check. Put check in the chat if you're going to check, or me if you have these features on. These are important features to have on in order to be like just having that flow with ChatGPT on, hey, remember when we talked about this conversation? It's like, yeah, let's continue with that. What else you want to talk about? Right? Cool. So I knew this was on. But like I said, I had went into advanced setting because I saw you could do Zapier. I put this on. You could clearly see it's off now, right? So, let me see here. Where did I realize something was going wrong? So, okay, here we go. So I saw this prompt. Follow me with this. I saw this prompt on TikTok. It's like, want to escape the dopamine trap of the algorithm culture? Design a two-phase plan. First, a detox my mind and reclaim my time. And second, to replace my screen scrolling with income streams and a mission that actually matters. Okay? So I was like, cool. I can have this. I put this in there. Goes based off of my conversations. It could go into my Notion. We should be good. So when it answered, it gave me super generic. It acted like it didn't even know me, which was weird. It gave me just really generic conversation. So I go based off our own conversations, right? And I realized that it wasn't going based off the conversations, it was going based off my notion. So my notion was taking over my chat conversations. Now, mind you, I talk to chat way more than I talk to Notion. I store a lot of things in Notion, but I have a lot of conversations in ChatGPT. Who's the same way? Like, yo, I talk a lot to ChatGPT. I need to get better with storing, right? So that put me on alert. Like, wait, what's happening? Right? What's happening? So this one, I had this prompt that I actually wanted to give to you guys, right? Where it said, yo, you're a brand strategist based on everything you remember from our past conversations, the context and the brand. Let me move me a little bit so you can see it better, right? Give me the brand positioning, audience strategy, ecosystem map, content strategy map, quarterly themes, and innovation and future proofing for 2026. I wanted to give, and I still give you this prompt. I'll put this in the description, right? Because this is going to be a really good prompt when we do go over it, right? So cool. So it says, okay, Nikki, let's plan it out. And it wasn't talking like if it knew anything about me. So let me move me again. It didn't talk like it knew anything about me. It said for your target audience, your brand, category, unique value, competitor. Like it went completely blank. And I'm like, what is happening? Why? This is not how you normally talk to me. Y'all know when y'all talk to ChatGPT how it talks to you. This is not how it normally talks to me. It doesn't talk to me in a very generic way. I talk to it all the time. Okay. So now my antlers are a little bit like, yo, what are we doing? What's up? And it's not talking anything like how I would really talk. Okay. So my heart would have dropped. Listen. Okay. So I voice note this, so it spelled my name wrong, right? So I said, I'm trying to make sure that your memory is being triggered. Maybe I had to trigger it, right? Maybe I had to, hey, boom. Because I answered this. Like I knew I turned on something and I upgraded to Pro. Yo, can you give me a summary of who I am? Because we've talked enough. Even on this live, I've said it many times. Hey, who's Nikki? And it'll give you a full-blown summary about who I am. So, this said, let me bring it here. Yep. All right. This said, hey, what I actually have, your preferred name, Nikki, from the profile you provided. That's the only personal detail I currently have stored about you. If you have a fuller summary, tell me a few facts. If you want me to retain anything for future chats, tell me which items to save as memory. I was confused. You hear me? Confused. What are we doing? How do you not know me? How do you not know me? Right? So I go back. I go, okay, let me check my settings again. Maybe it's me. Maybe I turned off something, right? I go back, personal settings. I go into memory. You know, sometimes you got to toggle it on and off. I turned it off, turned it back on, turned it off, turned it back on, right? Okay, cool, right? Then I go, who is Nikki Saunders? And it started to list, it did list me, shout out to me, hello. But then it listed somebody else, and then somebody else. I said, okay, no, I'm Nikki Saunders, which is the first option. Can you tell me more based off our past chats? Maybe I gotta keep opening up different chats. Maybe it was me. Right? I don't actually retain your personal details or histories across past chats for privacy reasons. That is a lie. That is a lie. Each conversation with me starts fresh. That's a lie. So I can't pull information about you from earlier chats. When I tell you this live was almost not going to happen, I flipped out. Flipped out. This happens to a lot of people. This happened to lots of people, didn't it? When they did the latest update, but that was the model related, maybe. No. I'm gonna get to it. So here I am, like, please help me. Like, what is going on? So I'm going, yo, is upgrading to Pro? What happened? Like, was it the connectors? What is going on? So the problem solver in me is like, let's retract some steps. So I said, yo, let's forget the connectors. Let's forget the connectors, right? Because the one thing that I did see was that Notion was overpowering the conversations, right? And that's not what I wanted at all. That's not what I wanted at all. So I disconnected Notion. I disconnected Zapier. I disconnected anything else. I was like, I'm not playing with this. I have too many conversations that I need this to have, right? And then I go, you know what? I get it. Let's leave this developer mode off, right? It's in beta. It allows you to add unverified connectors that can modify or erase data permanently. Use at your own risk. Now, normally, when software says that, it is a risk, but normally nothing crazy happens. Oh, something crazy happened this time. And the weird thing is, like, I've been seeing, and let me see if I could find Riley. Riley's a really dope AI influencer who was talking about how connectors, like the even the native ones, because they have, I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. Let's go back. That's crazy. Listen, I'm gonna go to the problem so you don't. I really wish I could just delete this, right? I don't want nothing of it. I'm scared of automations now, right? So natively, it has Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, right? Google Contacts. That's all of these things natively. I added the Zapier one, right? But I saw, and let me see if I could pull him up. Let's pull up Instagram and try to find Riley. Because I saw an AI influencer talk about the connectors, and Riley, shout out to Sarah. Hey, Sarah. She's probably on this live right now. All right, so I want to see if he he did talk about it. I don't know where he talked about it. Let's see. May have to like find it in TikTok. The Claude ChatGPT. Of course, when I try to find something, it's not going to be here. All right, hold up. Let's pull up the phone. Let's put up the phone. And has anybody type in me if you've seen the connectors, right? Type in me if you've seen the connectors. Not necessarily have you tried it or anything like that, but have you seen the connectors? Because I saw it and I was like, you know what, this would be pretty dope to try. And
in about 6 days, this YouTube channel.
Wait, shh. Hold on. Let's try to find. All right. Riley. Why is my phone not coming up? Why is my phone not coming up? Of course. Why would it come up now? Yes, I have them set up. Which ones do you have set up? Camila, which ones do you have set up? Let me know. Let me find out. Oh, I shouldn't have updated my. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. There we go. Okay. Who updated? I'm too scared to look. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let's see if I can find it. ChatGPT connectors hack. I'm trying to find Riley's one. Where is it? Boo. So this is the positive stuff that people are talking about. Hold on.
ChatGPT silently dropped another unbelievable feature. But this time, the feature allows you to connect any apps you want directly into your ChatGPT account. So make sure to save this if you can't do it now, because I'm about to walk you through how to set it up. So inside your ChatGPT settings, you're going to click on connectors. And now you might recognize that you have these default connectors or apps that you can actually connect into from ChatGPT. But what you're going to do is click on advanced settings and activate developer mode. Then you will see a new button that says create. Now what we're doing is connecting to an app's MCP server, and there are two main ways to do this, and I'm just going to show you the easiest way. So the first and easiest way is to go to mcp.zapier.com and then click on new MCP server. From here, what you're going to do is select ChatGPT as a client and click create MCP server. If you want a more detailed.
And so that's what I did, right? That's what I did. I'm one of those people that's like, oh, you know what? Let me try. But now I can't find it. Of course not. There were, oh my God. I should have saved it. I should have saved it when I saw it. Or maybe he took it down. Maybe he took it down. That's weird. All right. Well, I saw a video that they were talking about with mail that it had gotten hacked. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want that. You know what I mean? I don't want that at all. But I do believe connectors can be, let's say, can be a really good situation, but I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with it for a while. And hence why I'm gonna be honest with you. Hence why on this channel I haven't gone really into AI agents. Cuz I know that's been requested a few times, like, Nikki, what about AI automations and AI agents? The fact that I have to trust AI with a login. Now, Notion wasn't too much for me because you can't send anything out, right? Like, there's no true harm inside of my notion that if that was to mess up, whatever, right? But I'll be sad. Don't get it twisted. I'd be very, very sad. But I was like, that's probably the first one that I would see if I can automate. But I'm hearing like horror stories of things getting sent out wrong, being created differently. And I'm like, once AI is in a certain level with certain security guardrails, then I'll talk about AI agents a little bit more. Then I could talk about certain things. But that right there, what happened today? What happened today? Crazy. Now, did I get my information back? I did. I did. I got it back. I proved it again. I said, all right, can you tell me? Once again, I transcribed it. I don't know why they always spell Nikki, right? N-I-C-K-Y. I realized the way I spell Nikki is different than others. That's cool, right? Still common, but okay. So it said, got you, Nikki. Here we go. And then it picked up deeper than the brand, Lions behavior. It said direct, loving New York energy with a millennial swag. You champion authenticity over hype without content. You don't have a brand. One of my favorite quotes. We're good, okay? You sold out the first 100 Lions behavior hats, behavior 30 cohorts, C14s running, all of that. We're good. But when I tell you, I was tripping. Ooh, I was tripping. You feel me? I was crazy, right? Oh, I didn't get it. My login. I just side of me log in myself and then it connected. Oh, listen. If it worked for you, cool, right? If it worked for you, cool. Remember when you could call the help desk for help? I missed that. Yeah, you're going to get an AI bot every time. You know what I mean? You're going to get an AI bot every single time. So for now, right? I would say leave the developer mode alone. That's what I would say. Slowly test out the connectors, because I do believe they're going to be very useful. But the developer mode, leave that alone. Now, one thing that I know that I'm going to be doing more is getting into my Notion. Is taking these conversations like, I'll give you an example, right? Hold on. Here we go. So I have a whole breakdown, and I do believe y'all should do this too. And this was supposed to, low key, this was supposed to be the live where we all create like brand playbooks, and we'll do this next week, right? Where I got my category, right? Continuation culture, the system for creators and builders to outlast burnout, create consistently, and move with clarity. That's my category for Lions behavior, right? So the core outcomes, continuations, daily practice and safety space, creation, frameworks, tools, and systems, and clarity, focus, and direction, right? That's mainly what we do inside of Lions behavior. I identified the audience, right? I'm inspired by the WWE, so I have a WWE blueprint. I got a Nipsey blueprint, Chopra blueprint, lifestyle blueprint, and kind of different frameworks, right? So this right here, this is going straight into my Notion. Okay? Conversations that really breaks down some of the ideas that you had into frameworks, into blueprints, all of that. That's going straight into my Notion. The fact that when it came to ChatGPT, that Notion took over the conversation, it proved how important Notion really is. I'm literally, and this is for anybody, and if you don't have Notion, even though it's free, and I'll give you the link. Hold on. Let me give you the link to Notion. Well, my link to Notion. You know what I mean? Type me if you're going to sign up for Notion. Like Notion is like my second brain. And I'll show you a little bit of mine. Let me see if I can pull it up. Log in. Hold on. All right. So, boom. Notion is my jam. That's a fact. I mean, that's a fact. So, what I love about, and I do have Notion AI. So, I really don't need ChatGPT to be talking to me about my Notion because I have Notion AI, which is super helpful, right? But I do believe everybody inside of Notion should have kind of like a dashboard, right? Where everything that you want to do in Notion is in there. And it's very easy to make. We may have to do a walkthrough on it one time, but I have like my notebooks and the things that I've learned. I have my business stuff, like the affiliate links that I got, ideas, my YouTube stuff, my content headquarter, which like I have my audience research, my brand position, all of these things, right? Then I have my journaling and all of that. So I've created like my second brain inside of Notion, even like my daily thoughts, right? I let it go deep inside. So, pause, that sounded wild. But I try to write down my thoughts in here, and then I can transcribe it and have it summarized. Right? You can't really see it. Boop. Right here and summarize right here, right? So the conversations that I'm going to have with ChatGPT, I'm just going to create a separate section, right? Maybe in ideas. And I'm just going to be like ChatGPT convos and put them in there. Because I'm not losing those conversations again. You saw the brand blueprint, right? You saw it. I was like, oh, this is great just for a foundation piece, because we're going into 2026, or whenever you're watching this, right? We're going into the new year. I need to know the direction. So if my conversations are bringing up, year 1 content growth, year 2 LB app, draft loop GPT, year 3 LB summit, LB legacy tier. You know what I mean? Like we just dropped, we just made Lions behavior public, right? And shout out to everybody who's inside of Lions behavior. So I got that from the conversations that I'm having with ChatGPT. So imagine if I would have lost that. So this was a huge wake up call for me, even me, to, I'm going to put everything inside of Notion. Like, it's good to have ChatGPT, have the conversations. It's great that they do have memory, and not knocking any of that. But please have a backup system. And I'm speaking on it for me, right? And slight plug, I'm going to drop if you want to join the Lions Behavior community, where we're dropping all the prompts. That prompt that I'll probably give it to Lions Behavior first. I ain't gonna hold you. If you want the prompts, you want to experiment on stuff, you want to learn how to focus on your content creation, join Lions Behavior. It's fire, right? It's fire. So, can you talk more about the 99% full memory? I got to delete some. I ain't going to hold you. It doesn't remember every single thing. And to be honest, it remembers some stuff I don't even want it to remember. Let me see if I can find a part, because I don't want to show you. I be talking. You know what I mean? Like it may pop up and I'm like, oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to show you. I wasn't supposed to show y'all this. Hold up. So let me skim through it real quick. Hold up. Memory manage. Nikki prefers. I can show y'all this. Okay, cool. I lost a lot of love for ChatGPT after it logged me out my account, and 2 years of conversations are gone. Yeah, that would do that. Yeah, that'll do it. So look. So it literally picks up a whole bunch of things from, like, Nikki wants an interactive journal with behavior 30. That was a bit ago. Everything from Nikki's main goal, considering integrating self-awareness and energy tracking elements into Create 14. And so here's the WWE inspired characters. So whatever I don't find, like, Nikki signed up for Tally and access to Zapier and Control Kit. Like, I could get rid of that. You know what I mean? Like, forget that. And so the little things I can get rid of, it's going to take me a minute, though. I don't have patience that much. Even though I do Legos, I don't have patience. I mean, I don't have patience. I delete the side conversations I have with chat. Yeah, I leave it there. I leave it there. I had to tell chat to stop including the names of people I cuss out. I'm not mad at that. I say names. So if you delete the items from that area, you'll free up space. Yes. I'm old school. OneNote for me. I've never used OneNote. I'm a Notion person. Notion or Notes app. So, all in all, one, stay away, and I'm gonna show you again how to get to it. I'm gonna show you again so y'all don't go crazy. Okay? Stay away when you go into settings. You go into connectors. I'm not saying don't connect anything. I'm saying stay away from this advanced setting and the developer mode. That's what I'm saying, stay away. Okay? Don't touch that. Don't do it for right now. Okay? Don't do it for right now. And then always back up your conversations, whether it is inside a Notion, whether it is in your Notes app, OneNote, what other stuff? I don't know what Google Docs. Whatever you use, please do that. But yeah, back up your stuff. Now, I did see something on Instagram, still staying on OpenAI. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me pull up my phone. Whip. Here we go. OpenAI just announced Grove, a new initiative aimed at people at the very start of their company building journey. What does this mean? Uh, what it says, unlike traditional startup accelerators, Groove is designed for individuals who are deeply curious about building an AI, even if they don't have a concrete idea yet. It's a 5-week immersive program in OpenAI San Francisco. Offers in-person workshops, weekly office hours, mentorships from OpenAI's technical leaders. Hold on. Individuals from all backgrounds, whether you have a pre-idea or just starting out. The deadline's on the 24th. Is this for real? Hold on, we about to see if this is for real. Hold on. Hold up. Let's pull up the computer. What does it say? OpenAI. OpenAI.com/index. I love how they put it in the captions, knowing we can't click on it, but I'll appreciate it right now. AI/Groove. Let's see if this is a real thing. Oh, it is. Hold on. A program. Oh, they got audio.
Today, we're announcing the OpenAI Grove, a new program for
Oh,
technical
Grove.
talent at the very start of their company building journey. The Grove is not a startup accelerator or traditional program. It offers pre-idea individuals deeply curious about building an AI, a dense talent network, co-building with OpenAI researchers, and resources designed to accelerate your journey. As participants explore early concepts, they will receive counsel from the OpenAI team and community with peers in OpenAI Grove. This program is the starting point of a long-term network. It will begin with 5 weeks of content and programming hosted in the OpenAI San Francisco HQ, including in-person workshops, weekly office hours, and mentoring from OpenAI technical leaders. In addition to technical support and community, participants will also have the opportunity to get hands-on with new OpenAI tools and models prior to general availability. Following the program, participants will be able to explore raising capital or pursue another avenue, internally or externally to OpenAI. The first Grove cohort will consist of approximately 15 participants. We recommend individuals from all backgrounds, disciplines, and experience levels apply. To apply, please submit the form below by September 24th, 2025. Entry form.
That's it? Only 15? Oh, and here's the entry form. Oh, I'm gonna send y'all. I'm gonna give y'all this. Should I apply? 5 weeks though. I got a dog. I don't know. Let's see what they're asking. Email, LinkedIn website. Where are you based out of? Tell us what you're building. What sector are you building in? What are you building? What have you built previously? What do you hope to gain? And is there anything else you would like us to know? What do you have to lose, and what are they covering? Like, are they? That's my thing. Like, are you gonna cover travel? What are we doing? What's? I may have to hit up my OpenAI people. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I have some friends. So I can see what's this about. This is interesting. my brother will dog sit for you. You feel me? So type in me if you're thinking about applying. You have up to the 24th. I don't think it hurts. You know what I mean? I don't think it hurts. It doesn't look like they asked 17 million questions, I don't think it hurts. You know what I mean? Let me know. Seems like the access to people and resources could be worth it. That's Danny, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Come on, John's Auto Journey. Like me? Yeah. I'm listen. That's something I'm interested in. Come on. Listen, it's only 4 to 6 hours a week. Oh, really? Wait, I didn't read that. You read that part? Maybe I didn't hear that part. I was like, maybe I didn't hear that part. Hold on. So the program is Monday, October 20th to Friday, November 21st. Participants should plan for required in-person sessions during the first and last week, with additional 4 to 6 hours of asynchronous work each week in between. I'm working with someone. Can we apply as a team? Yes. We welcome groups to apply. Please let us know your group entry via the form below. Does my product need to be built on top of OpenAI's APIs? No. The program is for anyone building and aspiring to build with AI. Oh, there you go. What's the time commitment? 4 to 6 hours a week. That's it? It's a community-based program designed to connect you to the mentors, resources, and peers that can accelerate your journey. As you build, we will offer additional benefits such as credits and introductions to raise capital. Is this program in person? The first and last week of the program takes place in San Fran. We will cover the travel costs for those weeks. Other weeks will be completely asynchronous. That big A word. So okay, so hold on. That's a good question. So you pay for me to go there, but not to stay there. I'm so confused. It's designed for founders at the earliest stage. I like how they say the very earliest stage, whether you're pre-idea, just starting out, or preparing to launch a company. I like that. I like that a lot. I think the 4 to 6 weeks per hour is time with mentors and guides. Have you seen the OpenAI 50 million grant for nonprofits? No, I haven't seen that one. So I will put this here again, boop, in the chat. You know what I mean? I'll put it in the chat. There you go. One thing I will be, hold on. I will be pinning to the chat is getting inside a lion's behavior. That's one thing I'll be pinning. But I need details on the travel costs. Is that flight and a place to stay? That's what I'm saying. How far is San Fran from San Diego? I have a cousin that lives in San Diego. I think that's far. Where's my Cali people? I don't think it's super far, but I think it's far. So where my Cali people are? Y'all know better. Y'all know better than me. You know what I mean? Y'all know better than me. Anyways, that was that. Let me get back here. Side note, who has the new iOS 26? Who has the new iOS 26? Let me talk about it for like 2 seconds, because I don't find too many. Oh, look, they said far. If you apply, you move to San Diego for 5 weeks. I guess that's a win. So that's the confusing part. Hold on. Let's go back. Thank you for saying that. That's the confusing part, because they say that, oh, you can't see it because it's like mad small. Here we go. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Boom. The first and last week take place in San Fran. We will cover the travel costs for these weeks. You know what I mean? These weeks. Other weeks will be completely that big word. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that. Don't ask me how to say that. Please don't ask me how to say that. I don't know that. Right? Didn't know there was a yes. So there is like this glass. You can see it kind of here. This liquid glass situation with iOS 26, right? So you can see it gives this like certain kind of look, but what you could really see on it is when I put clear. And so it has, you can have a clear look, except for the Bible. The Bible will not be clear. Shout out to the Bible. Now, I personally don't like this look. I think this is too much. I don't like it. So I'm going back to dark mode. I like how dark mode is a little bit. But the setting that I do like, there's a few things that I like from here. So one, the search on mainly everything is in the bottom. So if you go to search and you go to phone, right? Go to phone and you go all the way down. They now have screen unknown callers. Okay? This is important for all these people who are trying to scam and call, and you're like, let me screen these folks. Even though Apple does very good with the whole spam or likely spam or whatever it is. This one, it says calls from unsaved numbers will be asked for more information before phone rings. Calling and data rates may apply. Now, this may get me in trouble because I don't save that many numbers like I should. But I'll be like texting them, but I don't save. I be forgetting. So this could be a bad thing for me, but I still have it on where it's like, yo, you really didn't save my number? I really didn't. I really didn't. I'm sorry. I really didn't. Right? Another thing that I thought was pretty cool with this update is, the text messages. Hold on. Now you can have like a background. Shout out to Isaiah. We have our little whatchamacallit, the Northern Lights situations. So you could change the background to it. So if you go here, you go to backgrounds, you could change it into a picture that you want or anything that they come up with. I think that's pretty cool. And then, you could do polls. I haven't tried that. You could do polls and let me see. Hold on. Let's do that here. No, that's pictures. See, now they have polls. Yes. Crumble. I'll just put that. Do you want a cookie? So you can do polls inside of the chat. That's going to be hilarious. And Isaiah actually did that. He put yes, and he put both. Look at that. Look at that. All the above. Shout out to Isaiah. So you could change the background. You could do polls. I don't think there's anything else really that's important. And then camera. They changed the setting. I don't know if y'all see that. They changed the setting. So from down here, if you press photo, all of these different menus come up. So you can pick your style, aspect. So if you wanted one of one, for portrait, maybe you want to do stories, night mode, all of that great stuff. Video, you have your details on the top where you can change from log to HDR. ProRes not. Okay, all right, got it. Understood. Boop, boop. I don't need all that. So, and then all your other stuff is kind of on the side. So the left side is video, the right side is photos. But everything else, I'm not too impressed with the update. Too crazy, right? What platform are we discussing? Oh, we're only talking about iOS 26. I've only messed with it for a little bit. It seems okay. It's nothing too crazy. The one thing I will say, I don't know how many of y'all, I missed the thingamajig. I don't know how many of y'all have AirPods. If y'all saw, and let me see if I could pull it up on the Apple joint. So they have new AirPods that is supposed to do like translations, right? Here we go. These. So the AirPods are supposed to do, of course, new noise cancellation, blah, blah, blah. But it's also supposed to do live translations. However, what I found out today is you can have it on your existing AirPods as well. You just have to download the language. So I downloaded Spanish and I tested it out on like a Netflix show, and it actually translated. There was a little bit of a lag, a little bit of delay. So you're going to look crazy. Like, hold on. Ah, yes. So there's a little bit of a delay, but it's pretty dope. I personally want it for the nail salon when I get my feet done. I definitely want that. And I keep forgetting my Meta glasses because I believe my Meta glasses is supposed to do it. But I don't and never wanted them. Hold on, wait. But this, they finally gonna get my money. Listen. Where do you find that at? I'll do it right now. Oh, okay, hold on. So for the translation, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold up. Let me see. Let's pull up my phone. You have to have, what I found out, you have to have both AirPods in. You have to have both AirPods in. So, let's go. Boop. Wait, no, I didn't want to turn off my, shoot. Darn it. I don't know which AirPod it is. Hold up. Darn it, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Let me find out which one. Okay. AirPods. So, let me go into settings. Settings. Stop, go away. Bluetooth, AirPods. Okay. So, if you go into your AirPods settings, you go all the way down. You're going to see translation. And this is where you can, so they only have French, German, Spanish, UK, and Portuguese. So I'm assuming when they have more, It'll be great. But what app do you download to upgrade? So it automatically upgrades. So when you open it, like I didn't have to do anything extra. I just had to make sure it was open, and then there was this new pop-up. I should have taken a screenshot, but there was this new pop-up that said it did live translation beta. So check that out before you go buy the new headphones to see if you already have it. Because now I'm like, oh, I don't have to buy the new ones, because I think the new ones are like $250, right? Shout out to Tony for the super chat. Appreciate you. But let me see how much they are. I mean, the new ones, even though they look fire, I'm getting twisted. They look fire. $250. I didn't want to spend another $250. I had just bought these not too long ago. What app do you download to upgrade? Yeah, $250. There you go. You can go. Can you go back a screen, please? I'm trying to do it like. Oh, I got you. So, hold up. Okay. Oh, I gotta open it. Hold on. So y'all can see it. All right, boom. So when your AirPods are connected, you're gonna be able to see the regular like options, right? The listening mode. This is where you could do noise cancellation. Oh wait, hold on. This is new. What did it do? Both ears for adaptive. Okay. So all you have to do is go all the way down until you hit languages. And that's where you have to download the languages first. Shout out to my mom. My mom's in the building. She said, don't forget to press like. You got to listen to my mom. Oh, come on. Celebrates 1 month as a member. Come on. Let's go. Shout out to all the channel members. I see you. So yeah, you have to download it for you to have the language. It doesn't automatically come up. Okay? It doesn't automatically come up. It's like $250 for some AirPods that I can lose to either. Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's the. I have both. I have the over the head ones, right? So when I'm in the airport and I go to sleep, like it doesn't fall out. And then I have the regular AirPods. So when I'm walking and having conversations, I have the AirPods, right? I just wanted to make sure in both environments, because I have lost the joints. I promise you I have. Anyways, okay. I wanted to share that. Then I have, hold on. There was another thing in this. Who saw? Oh, come on, Edith. Thank you for sending me the grant stuff. Shut up. Y'all so dope. In real life. Okay. There's a few things I want to do on this live. One, I really want to look into Stan. Okay? So I don't know how many of y'all been with me for a minute. Stephen Bartlett invested in a link in bio company called Stan. Well, what I thought was just a link in bio service. Now I'm seeing Gary Vee invest in Stan, and Gary Vee is doing a challenge. So Gary Vee don't normally put his face on certain things. So when I saw this, let me see if we can show. Hold on. Here we go.
That has really caught my. I'm excited to be an advisor and investor in Stan. This is a company that has really caught my attention because it actually is the tool that was built for the people that read this and started the process. A ton of you have audiences, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 people, but you're not getting those brand dollars, you're not getting those ad dollars from social. App is the tech infrastructure to start you down a process of the monetization that excites me. I know when I see something that matters. This challenge that I'm doing with Stan is important, and it's important you know what you get from it. So 25 Gary Vee Stan Challenge is about this. First and foremost, you get Stan, the incredible infrastructure tech stack for the creator entrepreneur and the entrepreneur creator economy. And you get it at a discount. Normally it's a ridiculously low $29 a month, but I kind of hit up John and twisted his arm a little bit and said, can you bring back that yearly thing? And so at $300 for the whole year, so many of you are unable to monetize because you're at the mercy of the ads in social or brand deals if they reach out to you. The investment of a $300 yearly investment for this tech infrastructure is what seduced me and got me interested in Stan, because again, when you've been trying to crush it or crushing it, you get stuck because you're just in a social media ecosystem, which I believe in for attention, but monetization, as you know, is a whole different game for a lot of you, and that's where people get stuck, and that is why I'm doing this challenge. Then I thought to myself, okay, I don't do a lot of this stuff, as a lot of you know. This feels like, how do I make this like really over the top, ridiculously valuable? And so the other thing you get with this launch is 8 weeks of 1 hour calls with me and the other people that are in this challenge. That's right, for 8 straight weeks, starting in early October, I will be with you, because what I really am worried about is you're gonna set up your Stan store in 5 minutes, and that's a piece of cake. Another reason I jumped on this, the intuitive nature. You could be tech horrible and know what to do in setting up a Stan store and monetizing, but how do you get traffic there? How do you drive to your business? That's what we're gonna focus on these 8-week challenges. Honestly, and also motivation. A lot of you know this. You check the box and think you're doing something like buying a Stan thing for a year, but then you don't actually do it. You can read about push-ups, but unless you do them, you're not actually getting the benefits. 8 straight weeks, hour with me and a bunch of you. By the way, I've learned this over the last 20 years. Just the community of all the Stan entries is gonna be awesome for you on these Zoom calls. 8 straight weeks, added value. I'll be very honest with you. Show John again, because I'm a little bit pissed about this, John. I'm a little bit mad about this. I needed to do this because I needed to feel great about this challenge for myself, because I'm selling it to my audience. But very honestly, it's very disrespectful that I'm selling 8 weeks of an hour of my time in a group setting for $300. I feel like a cheap date, but it's worth it. And then it gets really silly. It's a challenge in a game, isn't it? You know I love a good game, a good competition. The top 10 earners in the Gary Vee Stan Challenge get flown here to New York City, to VaynerX headquarters, for a day session with all of us, me and my leaders, to build up your business. 10 of you, the top 10 wins. And then if that wasn't enough, I walked in this morning and the Stan team and Sid on my team said, yeah, but some people are gonna get demotivated because they're like in 19th place and they don't feel like they can get there. And so we decided to do a triple bonus. If you just make $555 in the 8 weeks of this challenge, is it 8 weeks? By the way, if you can't make $555 on Stan over 8 weeks, you must retire from any entrepreneurial venture and you must become a worker. You must quit. So good news, if you make $555 in these 8 weeks, you're entered to be one of those 5 people, not the top 555. So the most insecure and the most cynical of you, you've now been eliminated from your excuse. Everybody get on board. 15 people are getting flown to New York City in January for a day that's gonna change their life and their career. And that's what I'm excited about. 8 weeks with me has added value. 15 of you get flown here as well. This is a huge opportunity. I hope you join. I hope you're interested. And I hope I see you on the calls shortly. Join the Gary Vee Stan Challenge.
GaryVee.com/Stan. Let's look at it together. Okay? Let's look at it together. First initial thoughts. Let me know. Yeah. I have. So this was my first time seeing that whole thing. I just saw the collaboration and I was like, yo, let me talk about it. What was it? Gary V. What is it? GaryV.com/Stan. I can't even find it. GaryV.com/Stan. All right. Gary, we're finding all these like little situations as far as OpenAI, this challenge. All right. Let's look at this. Now, it starts September 22nd. Okay. 8 live coaching sessions. Top 10 sellers will meet up with Gary Vee. 5 wild card winners who earn at least 555 and are selected by judging panel who will meet with Gary Vee at an exclusive event. Build your dream stand. So community course, digital downloads, calendar. So webinar, community, products, courses. Okay. So not enough information. That's fair. I like Gary Vee, but I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he says. The challenge does seem familiar. And that is, I think this is where we're reaching a creator, influencer, product world. Hear me out. We've seen the success with Alex Hormozi and his investment with School. It's going crazy. It's not only did well before his book launch, but during his book launch went even more crazy. Like he attached his product with School. Then, before then, with School, he did different challenges, flew people out to his headquarters for those who have top communities. So the blueprint is already there as far as I have a software like Stan, like School. I have a software. I need to find a influencer, a creator, and I need to attach them, and we could do different challenges if they're in that marketing vibe. So we saw it, Alex Hormozi. We seen it, Stephen Bartlett with Stan. Now we're seeing it with Gary Vee with Stan. So from an educational standpoint and an entrepreneurship standpoint, this is a blueprint that I see that's going to be done over and over and over again. Now, is Stan a good product? I don't know, right? I don't know. So let's pull out Stan Store. I think we looked at it before. I wasn't a fan of their community. I know I have their community because of Stephen Bartlett. And I'll pull that up here on my phone so you can see what that looks like. So, but I do like the thought of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that it has a lot of things for creators. Now, what I would do if they did physical products, I would join Stan and get rid of Shopify. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, so let's start off with the price. So we have a $29 and we have a $99. The $29, the $30 a month, or 97 cents a day. You have your mobile optimized link in bio, coaching calls, course builders, audience analytics, Instagram auto DMs, community webinars, digital products, links, URLs, one-tap checkout, lead magnets and email lists, custom mobile app, and subscriptions and memberships. Email marketing flows, discount codes, affiliate links, pixel tracking, if you wanted the $100, right? I can't stand Shopify. They piss me off. Listen, that's why I was like, if they could. School says they have the lowest transaction fees, but only if you do the $99 a month. Okay. And so let's pull up school. Let's pull up school. School pricing. Because what I do know, school is a community course situation. And this one's playing a creator's whole website, where school is just the community and courses side of things. This is the business side for courses and communities, where Stan has courses, has communities, but also has, and that's interesting, Instagram auto DMs, because ManyChat is expensive as hell. Expensive. You feel me? But I do like that it has digital products, and a lot of people in this chat have said, yo, I like Stan for digital products. Here we go. I used to do the weekly calls with Hormozy during the school games, and it was so valuable. The access to live advice for new content creators is worth the time. That's why I love your lives. Oh, thank you. Come on. I don't think Stan has community. No, they do. It's very simple. What made WAP confusing? Everything. I didn't like its interface. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like its interface. So let me show you what Stan's community looked like. So I'm just showing you the options. I'm not saying yes or no. For me personally, I have Heartbeat. So Lion's behavior lives in Heartbeat. Deeper Than the Brand lives in Mighty Network. I do want to get to a point where I put everything in one situation. I've just been torn. And we can have that conversation, because I think this is going to transition into a community situation. So, I've been trying to decide between them or school. Okay, so I'm in Stephen Bartlett's circle joint, right? So this is what Stan Community looks like. It's actually its own app too. So you kind of have like this forum look. There's nothing too crazy. We have this forum look, and they have they got the episodes, which still just looks like a forum look. Suggestions, still looks like a forum look. So, okay, I guess this is just the different categories inside of the community part. The podcast, there's nothing inside a podcast. The resources, so they have FAQs and community guidelines. Tells you the stuff that you purchased. And then notifications. So with the Stan community, it's very simple. Right? It's very, very simple. It feels just more like a forum. And if you like that kind of style, cool. Nothing wrong with that. I love me some school. I'm all over that thing. And I started school when it was like just starting, right? I wasn't a fan then, but I do believe they improved. Now, I have Heartbeat, and I have Deeper Than the Brand is in Mighty Networks. I'm not gonna lie, I really like Heartbeat. I really like Heartbeat, and this is just being honest. This is me having a conversation, not talking about Lions Behavior, the brand, but talking about Heartbeat, the platform. And let me share why. Let me pull it up. Lions Behavior. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So this is Lions Behavior, right? Where we have our setup as far as events, challenges, like we have our Create 14. Heartbeat reminds me of Discord in a look and feel. I'm not mad at that. I'm not, except it doesn't give me that super techie vibe, right? So we have our challenges, we have our events. So every Thursday we have a call. The lives are going to be there. I have my regular community stuff. And then I'm setting up these things called LB Labs and LB Gym, where for the experiments, we just opened this up where we could just test certain things out. Shout out to Anthony. He's been killing it, right? I put how to prompt with Nano Banana. They gave different templates, so I'm putting it in there. So we're testing things out. Look, my man is shout out to Anthony for just trying new things, right? I like the layout for this. My only problem, super friendly interface, and I think this is why I went with that, right? Because when we look at Deeper Than the Brand, right? And Deeper Than the Brand is more of like my courses and programs. The interface in itself, like, you could get used to it if you want to, but it's not super user friendly sometimes, right? So we got like content corner in here. So it's more of that forum look. Like we have what was it? Our 2-day accelerator that some of you guys are in. So boom, has the 2 days, and it unlocks as you open it. We have the experience, what does the monthly workshops, so you can do you could do your courses here. So like I do the replays for the workshops, the templates, all of that. It's really dope. But I did find Mighty Networks to be very clunky. And one of the biggest, and if you guys are in Deeper Than the Brand, let me know your experience where it could be a bit confusing. And I've been with Mighty Networks for a very, very long time. Very, very long time. And that's why I've been a bit more drawn to Heartbeat. My only problem with Heartbeat is it doesn't really have like a live feature. Like it has a voice room that I can then make into a live, but that would be my only thing. From a person who loves to do lives and would love to just go randomly live inside of the community, it doesn't really have that feature. It also doesn't allow people to upload videos to a certain what's the certain like gigs or something, right? Like if it's like a 5 to 8 second video, it'll upload. But anything that you would maybe want to post. I don't know. But what I have noticed is that because of the clean layout, it encourages people to be more engaged, right? I had 2 Mighty Network communities, and each times members have complained about it being confusing. See? Okay. Thank you, TW, for saying that, because I felt bad for, I'm not going to lie, I felt a little bit bad for jumping from Mighty Networks to another platform because I've been on Mighty Networks for so long. But if the confusion was creating people to eventually leave, I was like, yo, I need to find a better solution, right? My 3 Mighty Networks have been issues sometimes with lives and accessing. The layout, not that bad. Yeah, the lot, yeah, we could talk about it. People who've been on my Friday night lives knows my issues with it. You can house a lot in Mighty. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm not sure if it's launched already. Wait, what's not launched? What you mean? I wonder if they do true UX, UI research and philosophy for these. That's a very good question. I started with school and it's clean. Okay, so for those people who have school, what is the best feature? I do like that it's gamified. That's one of the biggest things when it comes to school, is that I like that it's gamified, because it gives people encouragement to keep going. And the more that I do, the more things that can get unlocked. But besides that, I didn't see, I saw that the hype was more around Alex Hermosi rather than necessarily the platform. Because if we break it all the way down, if we break any of these down, each platform does pretty much the same thing. You can do lives on school. Okay, before you couldn't. So that's why I got off of it. Heartbeat, you kind of can, right? You just got to go through the voice room. So I think that's going to be in their roadmap. But when we break things down, this is in just honest conversation. The reason why we know certain platforms is because of the influencers and the creators and the CEOs that are attached to it. It doesn't make it a better platform per se. It all has to do with what are you going to do with the platform. Because some of these features, they could sell you on, yo, it does this, it does that, it does all of these amazing things, but you don't even use half of the features. So when we're looking at, and we could show all the communities. I wasn't even going to go here tonight, but we could show all the communities. We have to look at, when we're about to start a community, courses, all of that, we have to look at these platforms of what do we honestly need. That's truly it. We have to see of what do we honestly need. School has school news channel that covers the platform updates. So does Mighty Networks. So does Heartbeat. So does majority. What I will say is majority of these why did that come up? That was weird. Why did that come up? I don't even know how that came up. Majorities of these platforms will teach you how to use the platforms. What I've realized, and we're seeing it with school, is I'll get on those calls if Alex is on it. I'll get on these calls if if Gary's on it. But the calls happen regardless. There's lives happening all the time. Looked at WAP. WAP was too, that's a fact. WAP was too clunky. My only thing with school is that you can only offer monthly and annual pricing. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, with Heartbeat, you could do multiple, Heartbeat and Mighty Networks, you can do multiple plans. And so, hold on, let's pull up everything. Let me, why is this not working? Hold up. Dun dun dun. Why is my hip? Okay, here we go. I was like, why is my keyboard not working? But it is now. Mighty Networks. And let me say this all together. I am not emotionally attached to any platform. None of these platforms pay me. Okay? I'm emotionally attached to what is going to work for what I need to get done, right? So, hold on. We'll do Heartbeat app features. Let's do features because boom. Ah, no, just go back to the website. There we go. Okay. Let's pull up. We got Stan. Let me pull up school. Let me put school features. School features. And type in me if you are wanting to build a community or build a central location for courses. Give me the number 3 if you already have that, right? If you already have that. Okay. What's another one? We got Mighty Networks. I'm just going to focus on Mighty Networks, School, Stan, and Heartbeat. Because those are the ones that I'm familiar with. I'm not going to talk about everything else. Does Heartbeat let you have a low, medium, and high ticket membership price in the same community? Yes. Yes. My central location, of course, is... Oh, I never heard. I've heard of that, but I haven't messed with it. Oh, Circle 2. That's a good one, too. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Hold on. Circle. What is this? Circle dot, is it, oh, SO. Got it. Because I did Circle 2. We had it in Circle. I think their pricing is a little bit crazy. Okay. So since a lot of y'all talked about school, let's see what the features are. Okay. So they got community, classrooms, put your courses in the same place for the community. They got a calendar, schedule your group events, gamifications, make your group fun with points, levels, and rewards. This is what I will say is probably what has school the best, is the gamification. I haven't seen a better platform do gamifications. Email broadcasts, chat notifications, auto affiliates, metrics, and search. Okay? So this is what, and they offer, and majority of them offer a 14-day free trial, right? When it comes to pricing, they have 2 tiers. $9, and you get all the features that we talked about. Unlimited members, unlimited courses. 1 admin, 10% transaction fee. No custom URL, and you can't hide the suggested communities. For $100 a month, You get all of that with only 2.9% transaction fee, and that plays a big role, a super big role. Course Creator 360 and Go High Level. I'm not a fan of Go High Level when it comes to their community, so I'm not even going to talk on them. I'm not going to talk on. I like Go High Level, but I just, when it's too much of an all-in-one, it gives me a headache. Right? School has member location map pins too. Now that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I'm in Circle because someone's ecosystem. I'm in somebody's Circle as well. So Go High Level is like school. Maybe. Okay. So we saw Stan, right? Let me go back to these features. These are all the features. Now Stan seems to be beating from a front-facing level, beating school besides the gamification because of all that it offers. The coaching calls, the courses, the audience, the Instagram auto DMs that can then also make you some more money. Webinars, I'm very interested what they mean by that. What webinars mean. One tap checkout, lead magnets, build your email list on here. That's interesting. Now, Mighty Networks. Here we go. It's definitely on the pricier side, but it has everything. It says gamification, but I'm like, where? Maybe I got to look more into it. Who has Mighty Networks and who has tried the gamification? Because I haven't really seen the gamification situations, right? So, boom. They have courses and challenges, gamification, chats, feed, events, basic automations. What they tried to do is more getting into the automations is what their biggest thing is going to be. Oh, and they have a basic community one. Members profile, streaks, chats, and events. I'm not mad at that. Mighty Networks is cool, and I like the app. The app is dope. Mighty Networks has really dope apps. But yeah, Mighty Networks is expensive. I've been in it for a minute, so I'm really curious about what gamifications they talking about. Let's see if we can, hold on. Event and live streaming, gamification. What does this mean? Decide, okay. So they have streaks, engagement that actually is on point. Members spend points to recognize other members. Recognition awards show up on leaderboards. Oh, that's coming soon. Leaderboard highlights members who embrace their values. Show members you see their progress. Awards points for courses, attendance, and activity. Cues the confetti when the members are on streaks. Re-engaging inactive members with DMs and promise of points. I know they have badges. I guess this is something that they just came up with. But still, yeah. That pricing is going to hurt a lot of people. That's annual. That's not even monthly. There's too many other platforms now that are starting to come out that's less money. And that's just being honest. Now, Circle, which is another, they have a clean interface, but also their pricing is is a lot sometimes. It is a lot compared to school, Heartbeat, but they have courses, events, website builder, live streams. Now, the live rooms I thought was dope. You don't need to do Zooms. You can do lives right inside of Circle. They started with gamification right before I left, paid memberships, and I know both of these, this one and Mighty Networks, use AI to help build your communities and your courses. But these are the prices that you're looking at, which is who has breakout rooms. I mean, you could do breakout rooms on Zoom. You don't need breakout rooms. But I know in app, I don't know if any of them have breakout rooms. But for smaller rooms, Circle does have that, right? These prices are gamification because they're playing with our... That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. So really what we're looking at, price-wise, Circle and Mighty Networks may not be for the creator of the now, right? But Stan, School, and Heartbeat, which is the next one that I want to talk about, may be more in your price range, okay? So let's see some of the features. They have discussions, events, documents, courses, payments, and workflows. Very simple. But like I said, it depends on what you're trying to do. For Lions behavior, I needed it to be very simple because I don't need it to be more confusing. Majority of the people who are inside of Lions behavior have been in 17 million different other communities. That simplicity is way better, right? Mighty offers gamification features, but they're more light touch challenges, badge less of game-like ecosystem compared to School. Very true. Okay, thank you, Mia, because I was like, where is this gamification that they're talking about, right? Now, this pricing is a little bit more realistic, okay? Because it goes more towards the pricing with School, where it's like $100. This $10 one is new, and that this is what's going to grab a lot of people to come in. Stan is $29, and they're new to all of this because, like I said, they were a link in bio store at first, and now they're starting to get all of this. And so Heartbeat allows you to do, what is that? Up to 1,000 members for $40 a month. Courses, events, payments, paid waiting lists, landing pages, automated workflows. Now here is why I like Heartbeat. Matchups. So the biggest thing, and this is for anybody who's running a community, the biggest thing that I've realized when it comes to communities is accountability. And to do accountability partners on any of those other platforms is a manual situation. So Heartbeat allows you to do accountability partners automatically. If they join a specific group, or you have them, if you have them in a specific group, they can opt in to accountability, to matchups, and they get an accountability partner every month, every 2 months, every week, whatever they decide to do, right? So even inside of Lions behavior, we're about to set that back up for everybody inside of Lions behavior because it could do it automatically, right? So it does all of that. Now, if you want unlimited members plus a lower transaction fee, you pay the $108 a month, right? So this is why Heartbeat has my attention for Lion's behavior, because of that accountability part, right? If it does the courses, the events, the payments, that's great. I like the waiting list. I need to try the waiting list one. But this is where we're looking at when it comes to picking your community. Not only pricing wise, but features wise. For me, I was sold on the accountability and the simplicity of it. If I needed something more difficult, I've done Mighty Networks. Deeper Than Brand is inside of Mighty Networks. But the experience that I'm trying to give, if school had the accountability partners, I would have probably done school. I'm not going to lie. I probably would have done school for Lion's behavior. But my whole point was, let's do this together so we don't burn out. Boom, I did Heartbeat. So those are the options that I've tried when it comes to communities. Heartbeat, school, Stan, I'm in one of the communities, but that's what we were looking at with the Gary V joint. Circle and Mighty Networks. Okay? From what you saw, which one, if you are starting or already in one and thinking about doing another community, would you pick? Or if you're in one, like if you host one, like I have a community, I'm gonna stick with this because I like it here because of this, right? So if you're in school, I'm gonna stick with school because I really like this. Or I'm gonna stick with this because I really like this, right? I wonder if we get ChatGPT to make cross-reference tables of the features between, let's do it. Let's do it. Can you talk about the landing pages in Heartbeat? Oh, I definitely can, because I did one for Lion's behavior. I got you. Hold on. Hold up. Let me pull up. Let me put Lion's behavior. Not LinkedIn. Lion. Okay. And I'm going to do that ChatGPT thing because me and ChatGPT are better now. You know what I mean? Me and ChatGPT are better now. Okay. So, very easy. This is what I'll show you this one. This is what Lion's behavior landing page looks like. Very, like I said, I want to keep it very, very simple. It tells you off top. Habits, tools, communities, results. Inside of Lion's behavior, you'll create daily habits, tap into AI tools, proven frameworks, and move with a crew of creators so you never build alone again. Tells you exactly what you're getting into. Okay? Who's it for? What you're getting into. It gives you members that are already inside. It gives you kind of like a quick summary of what you'll be getting. And then a testimonial. Shout out to Cece. She's so dope. She wrote something about Lion's behavior. Boom. And then in the bottom, it tells you the tier that you could be getting into. Cool. Now, I also have one. Let me see if I could pull up. Pull up. I have one for those who want to do just create 14, right? Where for 14 days, I think it starts tomorrow actually. For 14 days, we're going to just focus on the content that we want to create or what we want to monetize. There's going to be idea process, there's going to be a draft process, and there's going to be a launch process. So for anybody who wants to do that, I'll do that. Boom. I purchased the Lions Behavior Crack during the first sale, so we have the community with it now. Yeah, you should have been in the community. Angela, you're not in the community? Listen, DM me on Instagram or DM me or email me. I'll drop my email. I'll get you inside there. You're supposed to tap your hat. If you tap your hat with your phone, it unlocks a video. So, hold on, let me put this. So same thing with Create 14. Create 14, it tells you exactly what you get, how much is it, one time, boom. Okay? So, to do that, really simple. Sign up page. All right? You do a name, whatever you want to name the sign up page. You can do any of your offers. If you want to do a custom landing page, so everything that you saw, I did it custom, right? My hat doesn't have the tap thing. You didn't tap the LB joint? It should work. If it doesn't, I gave y'all a thank you thing with the QR code just in case. Because sometimes these hats, the phones go crazy, right? It's like, it does, you just have to take your case off. So there you go. Come on. You get it. So, boom. So you could do a custom landing page if you want to. Title, subtitle. You could upload a video, right? Social proof. And you can add any type of content that you want, like add testimonials. It's really simple. Excuse me. This is why I like Heartbeat, because everything is simple. The only thing I would wish is that there was a landing page that has both the offers. So I have Create 14 for those people who just want to do Create 14 one time. I don't want to get into the community just yet from a commitment standpoint of like the quarterly or the yearly price, but I want to focus on 14 days. Bet. Join Create 14. I wish there was a page that allowed me to do both of them on one, but I like I said, I like how this one came out, the full blown joint, because I don't need more than this, right? I don't need more of, I want to tell you exactly what it is. I want you to see the people in there, the diversity that we have, right? Everything from different backgrounds, ethnicities, age, you know, I wanted to show that, race, male, female, them, all of that. And I just want you to see organically what it is. I didn't want to do the typical, let's drown them with hundreds of millions of testimonials and all of that. Nah. Let's keep it simple. You get Create 14 in this one. You get inside of the community. You get experiments. You get to talk to me every Thursday. It's a vibe. It's absolutely a vibe. So that's why I picked Heartbeat. For the simplicity, for the accountability partners, and for the roadmap that it has. Because it's I think it's only like 2 years old. So we can really expand to something crazy they receive feedback really good. I feel like these other platforms are set in their ways, and it is what it is. But for anybody who's inside of Lions Behavior, say your experience, right? I like the way it handles the pricing monthly versus one-time mini course. Oh, yeah. Let me see if I could pull up. Let me show you the different ways you could pay for something. So, hold on. So peep game. let's say if we wanted to just do a brand new offer. I want to show you. So you could say I have a paid membership, a freemium membership, or a digital product, right? So courses, events, resources. So if I had like, yo, we're going to do a full-blown AI day, like an AI boot camp, I would do that as a digital product, right? But let's start with the paid membership, right? So we could do a new tier. The one thing I do want to try, I'm not going to lie, is allow members to name their price. I want to figure that out, right? Let me move me here. Where you can do a suggested minimum price and then a suggested price to join the community. I actually may do that for Lions Behavior. That just made me think of something. I may do that for Lions Behavior. Y'all better get the price that I gave right now, because we're about to do a different minimum and suggested price. I ain't gonna hold you. But I do, that's one of those things. Like I wanna do more of a pay what you want. Same as how Nipsey did with the Proud to Pay, right? But they do enable free memberships, free trials. You could do that if you want to. You can give as much or as little access when you're building these things out. But you could even do an upfront registration free if you wanted to. But they have weekly, quarterly, yearly, one-time, and installments. That right here, the flexibility, fire, right? If you bought the hat and then pay for the... Tony, hit me up on the side. That's a whole different conversation. I've addressed the people who have the hat and the membership inside of the community. So that's all in there. So just hit me up on the side about that. But the flexibility is why I really like Heartbeat. Because inside of Mighty Networks in the beginning, they weren't this flexible. They were not this flexible. But I don't know, and I think I saw somebody said school has that. What would make someone do suggested pricing? So here's the thing. When it comes to allow members to name their price, you want to be strategic when it comes to that. So let's say you have a product and you don't want people to pay under, let's say, $50, right? You could put the minimum price $50. But you could say, hey, this is really $100 situation. The people who find value in you is going to go with the suggested. Some people may even pay more. But those people, some people who are just like medium or cold to you may go straight for the minimum pricing. So when you're doing the pay what you want, as a business owner, you still want to think strategic with you're allowing them to pay, but you're not taking a loss. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's still going to be a profit for you, but you're now gaining data of how much they value this product. So that's the thought process when it comes to that. I really like the Proud to Pay, really pay what you want model. And so, yeah, we may have to explore that a little bit more for me, actually. I totally forgot they had that. Ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, that's the conversation of the community. Let me know which one of y'all gonna pick or interested in picking. Let me know which one y'all gonna pick and interested in picking. So there was another video I wanted to hold on. I know a guy that raffles modded Game Boys that way. It's $5 a raffle and 25 spots. Really? But really, I didn't know that. That's kind of fire. Yeah, I get it now. That actually might be great for me because my core community really doesn't have disposable income like that. This is a way I can avoid switching to a nonprofit than want to go gov. No, I get it. No, I super get it. Okay, hold up. I saw something. Where's the thing that I wanted to show you guys? Boom, boom. I think it was on the TikTok. Let's go to TikTok.
I'm popping up.
Boop, boop, boo. Boop, boop, boo. Claude now has access to. Hold on.
Claude just released a brand new feature that allows it to access any app on your phone. So now it can send text messages, do your emails, and even figure out where you are. For example, you can now come to it and say, schedule a focused time block over the next week that avoids conflicts with existing meetings and show me some nearby coffee shops and remind me to take my headphones. And now this goes through and it says, great, I'll do that. It checks your local time, goes through and searches through your calendar and looks for events. Then it goes ahead and creates an event. And then it goes through, it pulls up your location, and then it's going to go through and map out a bunch of different coffee shops to go to. I mean, look at everything that it's gone through and done, and then it sets a reminder so that I know to take my headphones. You can use it for way more than that because it can literally access every single app on your phone. Now, make sure you're following me if you want to be smarter with AI. Claude just...
I didn't know Claude could do all that. I still think that goes more with the connectors. Let me see. Let's go to Claude real quick. Let's go to Claude. Yeah, it's the same thing with the connectors. So I have Notion. Now it does really good with Notion. I will say that. Like, I'm making really dope pages with some of the conversations that I'm having inside of Claude. That's why I was like, yo, I wish I could do that inside of ChatGPT. Because the brainstorming side, Claude is really good for my creative writing, where ChatGPT is really good for the brainstorming and the different frameworks that I have over there. But I still am very leery about connecting certain things. I wouldn't see the problem with connecting my calendar. It's the Gmail. It's the Gmail that I probably would have a problem with. So we may try the calendar kind of situation, but I do like Claude. Claude is very slept on. Very, very slept on. Super slept on. I'm just saying.
Here are 3 simple tips to unlock Nano Banana Genius Mode. For each tip, I'll give you a prompt template that you can plug into Nano Banana, and you're going to get 10x better results. But first, hit follow and save this video for later. In each template, you have to fill in the blank, and you can use ChatGPT or Gemini to do that. Number 1, use this template for realistic images. A photorealistic blank shot type of your subject doing...
Oh, no. I know what she did. She took the prompt from Nano Banana's suggestion. Hold on. Do I still have that up? Let me see if I still have that up. I know exactly what she did. And I'm going to break this down. Yes, Sabrina's dope. If y'all don't follow Sabrina's super dope. But this is a very good lesson when it comes to creating content. Let me explain. Let me go into Lion's behavior real quick. Hold on. Because I know I dropped this inside of there. So, yeah, inside of Lion's behavior, I dropped Nano Banana dropped the templates. So she said, a photorealistic shot of a subject, action of expression, set in environment. So let me see if that's exactly what she's saying. Yep. Peep game. A photorealistic.
Here are 3 simple tips to first hit follow and save this video for later. In each template, you have to fill in the blank, and you can use ChatGPT or Gemini to do that. Number 1, use this template for realistic images.
Boom. A photorealistic shot type of subject, action, or expression set in an environment, the scene. So, really, 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 really good tip. Because each of us are going to be students of the game in our niche, right? I'm not going to sit here and say expert. Some of us don't feel like we are experts yet, and that's fine. But I do believe that we are each and every single one of us are students of the game in what we do. And so we're going to find different things that are going to be value of people. And instead of just being like, hey, here's the link, you can create content of, hey, I'm going to give you these prompts, even though you can find the same exact prompts in Google's AI for developers. Not everybody knows to go there. And there's something in your niche that not everybody knows where to find the information. So please, 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 do that for your stuff. DJ Generation, I totally forgot about the ChatGPT joint. Let's do the ChatGPT joint. Totally forgot. Blame my ADHD. Blame it. Blame it. All right. Here we go. Like I didn't know the go there. That's a fact. Okay. So DJ suggested, I think it was DJ Generation, suggested that we do a side by side of School, Circle, Stan, Mighty Networks, and Heartbeat to see which one is the best. So let me see if it picks up my audio. Okay, so I'm trying to do some research for what is the best community course building creator business platform to use. And I would love a comparison table with Circle, Stan, School, Mighty Networks, and Heartbeat. If you can do the research of the pros and cons of each, and in September of 2025, which one is the best and why, right? Like, give me, if you're trying to do this, give me which platform would be great for it. If I'm trying to do this, this is the platform to do, right? So give me a really good comparison of all of these community / course building platforms for creators who are starting or who have a community. Boom. So there we go. The cool thing about chat is that it's going to look on online, review it. And what's cool about ChatGPT is that it tells you exactly what it's doing. Searching for the platform features. And you can skip it if you want to. Building the comparison table, all of that, right? And so I wanted to start the prompt to then have the further conversation, right? One thing I have realized when I updated to Pro, which that is the 200, I'm just testing it out to see if we need it, is that it does a lot more thinking than before. So I was doing an image, and when I tell you I'm so used to like, hey, create an image that is like this, boom, 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 and when I press enter, it may ask me 1 or 2 questions and that's it. This thing asked me like 5 questions. I was like, can you just please create the image already? So it does a lot. A lot. Okay. So here is the table off top. Canva and ChatGPT integrated. Oh. Yeah, that too. Okay. So here's what it's ideal for. Communities that want a built-in course, website, landing pages. School is good for simple, focused community courses and gamification, right? What? Why can I hear me? There we go. We have a new member. Main squad. I see you. I see you. I appreciate you. School is good for simple, focused community and courses with gamification. Mighty Networks is community first, brands mixing feed, chat, courses, challenges, and something else. Heartbeat is budget friendly community hub with chat, threads, courses, and events. And then Stan is a creator selling via social, booking, and digital products. So it breaks this all the way down. Let's look at the watch out. I like watch out. Watch out, circle, more expensive tiers for automation, white labeling, learning curve versus school. So that's the down part about circle. School has one price per group, limited site brand control, and fewer automations. Mighty Networks, some features on the higher tiers, annual billing emphasis, transaction fees. I could agree with that. Heartbeat, smaller ecosystem than Circle and Mighty Networks, and then fewer native marketing tools. And then Stan, not a deep community platform, limited structure, of course, in community. So, okay, got that. Cool. So here it says best all around community is Circle. Strongest blend of website builder, course and native live streams and solid monetization. Okay. Great if you want one home that looks like your site, not a forum bulletin. It says simple, best for simple, sticky cohort for gamification, school. Best for community, first brand mixing chat course, native live, Mighty Networks. Best budget community hub with voice rooms, Heartbeat. And then best storefront is Stan. So, user case guide. If you're trying to do X, pick Y. Oh, I like that. Okay. Run polished membership sites with courses, landing pages, and native live sessions. That's Circle. Spin up a no drama cohort, paid or free, with tight engagement loops and leaderboards. School. Make your community the product. Mighty Networks. Start lean, but still want courses, events, and live rooms and video rooms. Heartbeat. And then primarily selling offers with IG and TikTok. Stan. Okay. I like this. My recommendation. They're going to say circle. Scrappy. I like this. Scrappy build or test the concept. Heartbeat. That's a fact. We started Lions Behavior with testing the concept, and it's been going great. So I like what they said with Heartbeat. That really goes well. That really goes well. What's it? Hold on. So, and I can share this. This is great because I can share for anybody who wants this. Here we go. Copy. So y'all can see the pros and cons. That's the link to that chat. So you can see it yourself. So shout out to DJ Generation for that. Hey, can you do this real quick? Because that was really good. And shout out to Donald for joining the LB Core. Come on. Shout out to Donald. He's like, yo, I want to stay. I want to stay in the community. Come on, I see you. I was worried about you. I wasn't really worried about you, but I was worried about you. I was like, yo, is he gonna join? But he did. Shout out to Donald. Damn, that was instant. Yeah, no, that was. Because I definitely was trying to memorize all that. Nope, you don't have to memorize any of that. I will give you the link. Here's one more time for the link. One time for the one time. Boop. Actually, let me put it in the description as well. Hold up, I got y'all. Hold up. Let me put it in the description so you guys don't lose it. Live and hold on. Community comparison. Boom. So y'all know. Boom. If you refresh, it's right there. Doo-doo-doo. Hey, Nikki, just jumping in the chat. Had to watch some of the earlier conversations. Shout out to William. Thank you. Come on. All right. So, hold on. I got more. There's one more thing I wanted to do. Oh. That's what I wanted to show. I showed it on Instagram Live, but I want to show you. Y'all know I'm very transparent. Okay. So, who saw... Let me go here. Boo, 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 boo. Go to my channel. So I dropped a new video right here. The AI expert reacts to Gary Vee's 5 shocking
If you use your
shocking AI predictions. So I want to talk about 2 things with this, right? 2 things with this. One, I'm very shocked this made 6,000 because this was at like 200 views like the very first day. And this is now 3 days in. So let's break this down real quick. And this thumbnail was made with Nano Banana. Okay? So, y'all know I'm very transparent about my analytics. So we're at 7,000? Okay. 7,000 views. This video from last Friday gained 145 subscribers. Made about like $48, right? But the cool thing is how it like just started to skyrocket, right? So the very first couple of like, and you can see, no, I don't think this talks about the impressions. I want to see if I don't think it talks about the reach. But the impressions just started to go crazy after like day one. Now these two thumbnails that I have was both made with Nano Banana. Okay? How about WAP? WAP sucks. Oops, wrong one. We talked about it earlier. It's just clunky. I'm not saying that it sucks, because there's a lot of successful people doing that platform, but it's just too clunky. I'm not a fan of it. Right? So I realized I wonder if it could show the thumbnails that I had. Oh, it can. Cool. Hold up. Wait. Oh no. Don't tell me. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what it did. Okay. I was like, yo, wait. Don't change the thumbnail on me.
If you use your
Bloop. Okay. So it doesn't even show all of them. But I had this thumbnail before, and I thought it was pretty cool. Normally, when we do thumbnails that we think are pretty cool, they suck. Okay? And so with this thumbnail, I only got like 200 views. So I was like, I had to change this quickly. Now, I recommend anybody who has a channel to go into your popular videos, right? You're going to see patterns if you really pay attention. Now, one of the patterns that I saw early was that when I said it's here, VO3, it's here, Meta AI, it's here, Sora, it worked. So I kept doing it, right? I saw that, I think the very first one was the Sora one. And I did it again 4 months ago. And I did it again 3 months ago when it comes to announcements. Now, what I tried to do it again. It didn't get as big, but I think that's okay. Some are going to hit, some are not, right? And 7.2 thousand views is still a hit for me, okay? Still a hit. But I'm sharing this because if I saw that one of my videos wasn't necessarily doing good, I don't think the video is the problem. I think it's the packaging, because YouTube is a packaging platform. It doesn't matter if your content is good. If they don't click on it, they're not going to watch it. And I learned that from Colin and Samir. So I was like, okay, what is a thumbnail that could do good for this video? Now, it's not an announcement video. It was me going over Gary Vee's prediction about AI. So I wasn't going to do an it's here, because there's nothing here. So I could either test this one or I can test out the tutorial one. Now, I could have done different pictures of the predictions that that Gary Vee had of AI. I could have done that, put Gary in the front. But I figured this one was going to be better because I've realized that thumbnails with me on it normally do good. So if I put me and him in the middle, it would probably work out. And it did. But I didn't want to pay to get that thumbnail made. I didn't. So I put it into Nano Banana, aka Google Gemini 2.5 Flash. So I put the thumbnail and I put a picture. I found a thumbnail of Gary Vee as an AI, and I told him, hey, remove the people here and add him here, right? And it created this. And this thumbnail that was made in less than 5 minutes, because Gemini is really fast when it comes to images, got me close to 7,000 views. So I just wanted to share that real quick. Nothing crazy. Wanted to end the night with an actual case study of something that I did. It's all fire. If that added value to you, drop some lions, drop some fires in the chat, all of that amazing stuff. If it definitely added any kind of value, you could always hit the super chat, become a channel member. And if you really rock with me, hear me? Go join Lions Behavior. Go join Lions Behavior. I can't keep up with all these different platforms. How much is Gemini? Gemini's free. Gemini's free. So that's why I keep showing that one. Nikki, did you watch the fight? A time was man. Okay, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it. Who wants to talk about the fight real quick? Real quick. Nothing too crazy. Did you love it tonight? Did you love it tonight? Come on, yeah, tell them. Tell them, did you love it tonight? Yeah, so who watched? Let me put a poll. Let me put a poll. Hold up. Did you watch the fight? Even if you watch the replay, because I know it's there. Let me see who watched the fight. Oh, we're gonna talk about that, Donald. We're gonna talk about that. So I have a whole theory about this. Let's go to Instagram. This is why I wanted to keep mine down to a minimum too. Too many platforms. That's why I said, oh, listen, I get it. Do you have any hats left? I do. Not this one though. I have the OG one left. Should be on underneath the live stream, but let me know if it's not. Okay, so let me pull up chat. First off, what a fight! How can we get the hat? Oh, you didn't. Hold on. I get you. Y'all don't see the hat? Hold on. Let me get y'all the hat. Hold up. If y'all want the hat, I got y'all. Do. Wait, I don't want to add it to my cart. Ha! Wait. I don't want to add it to my cart. Boom. There you go. All right, let's go to Turkey. All right. First off, what's going on, Turkey? What kind of AI image is this? Let's start off by saying Crawford's the GOAT. What Crawford did in that fight was magical, okay? He shut up a lot of doubters. All right? Each round was amazing to see. Now, let's go to Mr. Beast. Let's see if he still has it. Who's Turkey? So Turkey is the reason why that thing happened. Okay? Hold on. Turkey is the reason why all these big fights are happening. I don't know exactly who he is, but this man is taking over boxing, like the promotion side of things. Come on, William, with the main squad. I see you. Hold on, you get air horn. But why there was a Crawford and a Canelo has everything to do with Turkey. But this is something that's interesting. All right. Turkey with Triple H. WrestleMania. Ryder season is to make history by hosting WrestleMania 43 in 2027. So pay attention to this. TKO Group. All right. There was, and let me see if I can find the official joint. Let me see if I can find the official joint. Oh man, here it is. 70,000 people. You can't see it. Because I'm gonna move it. 70,000 people were watching the fight live. Okay? Was watching the fight. 70,000. I don't think this was done by coincidence. I think there was a strategic partnership that was happening. Okay? Meaning, one, of course, this is one of the biggest fights because of Netflix. Right? Thank you, John. He's the chairman of the Saudi Sports Commission. Thank you, John. The reason why so many people saw it worldwide was because of Netflix. But the reason why there was so many butts and seats was because of this right here. Thanks to my brother Nick Khan, the CEO of the WWE, and thanks to my brother Dana White and Mark Shapiro, right? Now, y'all know I've been big on this whole WWE, big on this whole Dana White and all of that. Boxing hasn't had the same marketing as what UFC and WWE has. And so what this Turkey guy is doing is bringing the models that work. And now they were in a stadium, I believe, that had 70,482 people. Dana White is the UFC guy. Yeah, Dana White is the UFC. Let me point him out. You'll know who it is. Hold on. Let me find him. Where's he at? Where's Dana? Where is Dana? I saw him over here. Bloop. This is a really bad picture. Hold on. But that guy right there, next to Turkey, that's Dana. I believe that's Dana. There's Mr. Beast. Right? Now, I swear Nikki's the MVP. I got you. Now, you know, from a creator side, I'm very interested in why Mr. Beast is there. And I saw, and shout out to Aaron Archie, aka Aaron the artist. He sent me something, but I think it was just a ChatGPT thing. Of why, here we go. Of why Mr. Beast is with them. Let me see if I can pull it up. Well, he gave me the AI overview. It says, Mr. Beast has a deal with Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority to participate in Rider's Seasons Festival. The partnership was announced by Turkey in May of 2025. Key details. Mr. Beast Park. The centerpiece of the deal is a creation of a Mr. Beast theme attraction called Mr. Beast Park for the 2025 event. Exclusive content. A part of the agreement is Mr. Beast will create exclusive content and large-scale entertainment experiences for the festival. Opening ceremony. He is scheduled to appear at the opening ceremony. I don't know who this Turkey guy is. But one, he got different money. Two, he is playing a very strategic global game. Let's not play that. He is playing a very strategic global game. Because, one, you're going to get, of course, one of the biggest creators, Mr. Beast. You're going to get one of the Dana White with UFC. You're going to get where to go. Now, of course, I can't find it now. We saw Triple H earlier. You're going to get WWE. Now, you saw it. He got Tom Brady. Brady is back, playing his first televised football game in nearly 3 years. I think they're doing like a flag football. Tom Brady, Fanatics, Ride a Season, Fox Sports. Tom Brady makes epic return from retirement for the greatest flag football event ever, bringing together football's biggest stars alongside leading names in sports entertainment at the Kingdom Arena. This right here, and they said for Fox Sports and Tubi. The fact that they're putting Tubi together, wild. It said Crawford was hugging him like, thanks for the 100 million. No, they're not playing. They paid Canelo over 100 million. Softens the blow of the loss. Absolutely. Net worth 2.8 billion with a B. Yeah. This is something we have to pay attention to as far as what's happening with sports and the sports media, because the promotion of this fight from the platform that it was on to the interviews they had to the celebrities that came out. I mean, Mark Wahlberg, right? Dave Chappelle. Let me see. Mike Tyson. We had all the boxing people. all the boxing people. Man, I wish they showed more of who was there. I mean, the celebrities came out. What we're about to see, and I need to just do more research. So keep me accountable on that. I need to do more research on the TKO group. Let me see. TKO group. Because I remember that forming, especially during that whole McMahon situation. Premium Sports and Entertainment Group. Our business. WWE. UFC. So I'm going to assume everything fighting is going to be under this TKO. Because you have the integrated media organization and global leader in sports entertainment, and then premium global sports brand media content company, largest pay-per-view event provider in the world. Understand they didn't say anything about wrestling and like fighting. Listen to the wording. Listen to the wording. An integrated media organization and global leader in sports entertainment. A premium global sports brand, media content company, and the largest pay-per-view event provider in the world. I'm so interested in what is coming. I'm so interested in what is coming. So many celebrities were there. Yeah, Sophia was there. And she said what's up to Canelo. Content is king. Listen. Did you know live streamers getting bigger applause than A-list celebrities at these events? Get in there, Nikki. Listen. I'm trying to get in with the right people. I don't know who the right people are. And I'm not even trying to be super outside like at these events put me in a suite. Don't get me put me in a suite and we could cover it in a really dope way. But, and y'all know I'm a big boxing fan. So that would work. But there's something going on that's going to make all of combat entertainment and media, like there's going to be a huge shift I see with this. A huge shift. You know what I mean? Mr. Beast was at the VM. Mr. Beast is everywhere. You feel me? Mr. Beast is everywhere. I don't know what this man is doing, but the fact that he has an NFL situation, boxing, wrestling, whatever situation, MTV situation, you gotta give props to Mr. Beast. He is, I wouldn't say the blueprint. He is, shout out to Lisa. Lisa says something like possibility models. Oh, that is so true. I didn't see Rosie. They normally, or, hold on. Or did they just not highlight her because there was so many other celebrities? Hold on. That is kind of I love Rosie. I was about to say Rosie O'Donnell. Not the same. Hold on. Rosie Perez, where is she? Where are you at? Rosie? Rosie Perez. There we go. Did you go to the? No, I know it was Perez. I had a brain fart. Did you? I don't think she went. Did she not go? Oh, why did she not go? Not me asking, not me about to ask ChatGPT. Hold on. Hey, did Rosie Perez go to the Canelo and Crawford fight? If she didn't, why not? She was at the tennis. Oh, she couldn't have put she couldn't have put tennis before boxing. Listen. I need answers. Look, searching the timeline and everything. There's no solid sign that she was there in person. Rosie Perez live tweeted during the fight, Netflix, and tagged real-time reactions, which strongly suggested she watched the fight. Nah. I'm sad. Come on, Rosie. You always have to be here. Shout out to Rosie. ChatGPT is better than the feds. You feel me? This is why I go to them. I love how we're using ChatGPT to stalk or where. Hey, they said there's no signs, but she was watching it. Okay? Okay, listen. So when you guys get real big, be very careful what you put on X, on Threads, on Instagram. I am going to ChatGPT where your locations is. Okay? Understand that. I'm going to ChatGPT your location. If you're supposed to be at an event I'm at, you feel me? I'm going to be figuring out where you are. Not it hacked her home camera to confirm that she watched it. Listen, I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay? Anyways, let's head out of here. We should end it with the stalking. We should end it with, can we stalk ChatGPT with the book? Y'all not gonna get me in trouble, dog. Y'all not gonna get me in trouble. All right? Y'all not gonna get me in trouble. Listen, put some emojis in the chat. Light up the chat. I appreciate you chilling with me today. Man, like I said, I had a very interesting day. Very interesting day with ChatGPT, but they made it up. ChatGPT made it up to me by stalking Rosie Perez. Okay? I will say that ChatGPT will make you go through an emotional roller coaster. A super emotional roller coaster. Shout out to all the new channel members that we have this live. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody who joined Lions Behavior. I appreciate y'all so much. Create 14 starts tomorrow, so we're gonna do 14 days of pure focus to get ready for ChatGPT for Q4. So if you want to be part of that, join Lions Behavior. It guarantees you three months in there. All right. So, but I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Oh, Nicole joined too. Shout out to Nicole. Come on, Nicole. I see you. Oh, yeah. And if y'all haven't noticed, I've been doing these like cool little dances on my stories every single time. It's not me dancing, but there's a dance video each time. So I will be putting that up. What's Poppy? Oh, Poppy is my content system. We may have to go through that next. That's not a quick conversation, but it's everything. Those dance videos been wild. You feel me? You feel me? So if you want your own dance video, join. If you want your own dance video, join Lion's Behavior. I will make a dance. Have y'all seen it? They're wild. Hold on. Let me see if I. Where's the latest one? I haven't done. Let me go into my archives. They're hilarious, dog. Wait. Where's the first one? Here. This probably is not going to get monetized. So definitely hit the super chat. Join Lions Behavior. Support in some kind of way because my live never gets monetized. So check this out. Oh, wait. Why is it not playing? Because it knows. Hold on. Right. Hold up.
You are not about.
Oh my God. Here's the other one.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Yeah. So every time there's a new member, I do a little dance video.
You about to tell your friends and I'm about to do that thing. Baby, I'm about to do that thing. Said I'm about to do that thing.
Heard you.
Oh, this is fire. Hold on. Wait.
Heard you sending shots. I had to ask you, shorty, is you cool? You need that. Is you cool? If you on that, then I'm on that too.
People be playing with my name. I had to put that out there. Here's another one.
Vem sentando na piroca, sua piranha safada. Vem fuder.
What's it called when you're lonely?
And then the last one I did was
5, 6, 7. I just bit right on the highway. Track hawking sitting in the driveway. The shit is big.
oh my God. So yes, so if you join Lions Behavior, you get a new you get a new video. Okay? I gotta do one tonight. I'm gonna do it tonight. Don't mind me, though. I have too much fun. You gotta have fun doing this stuff. These are making me. Yo, I have so much fun making them. I'm gonna have to see my dance when I join. Come on. I've been waiting on you to join. I ain't gonna hold you. You one of the most active people. You haven't done the membership joint because those people. This is how exclusive I'm getting with Lions Behavior. Those people who join Create 14, they have a certain amount of time and then they have to get out. Because I want to pour into the people who who invested in Lions behavior and who was active in Lions behavior. So yeah, I'm waiting. But Nicole's in here, Donald's in here. Who else? I think those are the two that joined tonight. So we're gonna do new. Wait. Yeah. It was Donald and Nicole. So I gotta do two new videos for y'all. I gotta do 2 new videos for y'all. You feel me? But anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I need to hurry up and join the membership too then. Yes. I'm just gonna clap it up because I know you're going to. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'll put all the links in the description if you miss anything. And you know what I'm gonna say, right?